Hey folks, welcome to another conversation on the couch. Welcome to the neighborhood. My name is Zach Roberts. Today we're talking about convenience versus quality. As a real estate agent, I'm here to help provide insight, information, education, all sorts of things to help my clients better understand what they're getting into with a transaction. And lately, the topic has come up about things that people don't like in houses that they're looking to purchase. And one of the popular things that came up was a huge garage door on the front of the house that extends as a major focal point of that house front. It has a name. A friend of mine on Facebook said she calls it a pig snout or a pig face or a pig nose house, and she's really close. That type of house is called a snout-nosed house. And it's not, I don't think it was created because of being beautiful. I think I know why it was created. When a home builder is trying to build a home that is going to be sold for profit, which every home, I imagine, is sold for profit, or almost, the idea behind the construction of the home is how can we make it as sellable as possible, as cheap as possible. And if you're looking for a high-end construction home, then a snout-nosed home probably won't be it anyhow. So in that realm of snout-nosed homes, you drive up, the curb appeal for that home may be lacking, or they may have tried to sugarcoat it a little bit. But more than likely, 50% of that home's facade is garage door or doors. You may even have to go around the garage to get to the front door. What's the purpose of this, though? Home builders are trying to get the entrance to the garage, where you would park your car, as close to the street front as possible. It's a straight shot. And they're pouring concrete that will be a straight line. It's just as short a distance as possible. If you do a side-facing garage, a rear garage, that sort of thing, then you're starting to figure out other ways that are going to cost more to pour the concrete. It's very convenient. And you say, but it's convenient for the homeowner too. Sure. If you're living in an area where you have to shovel snow, it's a shorter driveway. It's less area to cover when you're shoveling snow. But quality, it doesn't age well. It really doesn't. And if you're trying in any way to have a home that looks historic, that enormous snout front garage door is not going to make your home look historic ever. Ever. Pulled out this book, A Field Guide to American Houses. This is a slightly older edition. It's excellent. It is absolutely excellent, though. There is an updated version that does include McMansions. I don't own that version because I don't believe in McMansions. This book, if you're interested in American domestic architecture, it'll give you a great overview, along with tons and tons of pictures. What are the architectural styles that have made up American domestic architecture? Do you know what's not in here? Snout front homes. Now, in the updated edition with McMansions, I'm not sure if they're in there or not. There's a fellow I follow on YouTube. His name is Brent Hull. He's an architectural preservationist. He also does new construction, millwork, all sorts of things. Once we get into those McMansion homes, he calls that the new crap period. These are not true historic precedents in modern construction. They are convenience. Or I should say this. Designers, because fewer and fewer architects even plan and design residential properties, but these designers are trying to add wow when they don't really know the how. And I think a book like this There's another book called Get Your Home Right or Get Your House Right. It's Get Your House Right. These two books, and I didn't grab the other one, but these two books are phenomenal if you're trying to learn historic precedents to put into a new construction home. Back to the snout-nosed, I understand if you're shopping in the $200,000 range for a home, give or take. I mean, you could be in a different state and average home prices are lower or higher. But if you're in a starter home, family home, that range, snout-nosed houses are very common, very common. And most people would say, oh yeah, I'm fine with it. If you were to offer them something better though, wouldn't they choose that? My suggestion is, as you're shopping, certainly you have to fit within your budget. I understand that. And if the right home for you is a snout-nosed home, then that's the right home for you. I do want you to understand, though, that decision to cut a corner to make it easier for the builder, if it shows up in such a large way on the very front of your home, it will show up in other areas of the home as well. And that's where my critical opinion of contemporary building rests. Modern home building standards, there are so many new technologies. Many of them are wonderful. Many are not. And some are outside of our control even. If you just look at the wood we're using, you've heard me say this before, old growth lumber doesn't take a rocket scientist to understand this. You look at something that was a true 2x4, 2 inches by 4 inches, which now it is not. A true 2x4 pre-World War II is going to have so many rings, you couldn't count them. Modern whitewood, you may find 8 rings. It's tough. And so we're building our homes to suit the builders, to suit a consumer mindset that loves paper plates and styrofoam and getting a new cell phone every year. This throwaway culture does infiltrate our home building. You have to know that. You have to know that. It will apply to all of your appliances. I talked to an appliance technician a couple of years ago. He said, there are no washers and dryers built to last beyond 7 years. My television, the same way. Thankfully, I've gotten more than 7 years out of it. But the salesman who I worked with at Best Buy when I bought my television, he said, give it 4 years and it will be totally, totally outdated. 7 years and it will die. I think that mindset is in our building. You should know that. You should know that when you go into build a home yourself or purchase a newly constructed home. And by newly constructed, I don't mean this year. I mean within the past 30 years. I should say recently constructed home. And so this channel, you know, I love to talk about historic homes. This is a great book that you should invest in. Certainly available on Amazon and other places. And if you do own a home that you're trying to make look older, Get Your House Right is another book that will give you so much insight that I don't think your builder might have. Brent Hull, I mentioned earlier, I really recommend his videos on YouTube. He talks about the lost art of building. There are techniques that have been around for so long that we simply don't use anymore, or barely use anymore. Folks, I hope this has given you a little insight. Do you remember that term? Big garage door in the front of the house? Snout-nosed, especially when it projects out toward the street. Snout-nosed house. Tell me what you think in the comments. Hope you have a great week. Bye-bye.